Okay, I think you see the PowerPoint, correct?
Yep.
All right, so tonight, no new announcements. Remember that you can take the assessments twice, the automated assessments, if you didn't know that. I'll make sure everybody knows that. Tonight we're going to go over the assessment mainly, and then also work with your with your files and get the interactions working. This week we just focused on publishing. On Monday night I went over publishing to the desktop, to the mobile, and to the projector files in Windows and in Mac. The desktop would be one for web page, and then desktop, and then one for the mobile device and the browser. That also is just publishing the HTML output. And then the standalone app, that's with the projector. That's the last thing I showed. All right. So let's go over the assessment again. We went over the reading and tools on Monday night. Don't forget to do the career integration this week. The 3 questions there. And then let's focus on oops. The week for assessment. Just to be clear, what we're doing this week, we have the desktop version, smartphone version. And then the standalone app. Okay. So Monday night I worked with one of the students, and tonight I'm going to work with Melissa and Eric, if you'd like. So can you see your animation on the screen? Is this Adobe Animate?
Yes.
Okay. So here in Melissa's, she has different layers of animations and tweens going on for each of the pictures. And the frame number, you can see that there is the object right here is the beginning of the object, and then it is a shape and a tween to get to here. And then here is when the menu starts up down here. And right there you have another, right there, it's another for the tween to get to. You'll notice that was backwards. That was kind of interesting. And then here, frame 60 starts again, and so on. You can see how that works. So it's very well done how you got that working and figured out. Now, back here in the actions layer, in frame 1, we put a this stop, but and then go to, on the click, go to and stop in 40. So the button is this button here. Go back up here. So this right there is the reference to the button. And the code snippet that's being used is this one right here, timeline navigation, go to frame and stop. Now, we actually don't want it to stop right in frame 40 because we have the tween taking place. So the tween begins on frame 40 and then goes until frame number, this frame, it's kind of hard for me to see because I've got, right there. So that's the frame we want to go to and stop here. So what we want to do is we have the action to jump to on click. And did you want it to every click? Yeah, the next time you click it, the next picture comes out. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So the very first thing we want to do, I think you and I were talking about this, is that we initially want it to begin. We don't want it to just take off like it's doing. We actually want it to stop. And we don't want yet the picture to show and the first picture to show. We actually want that picture to show once we click it. But each time that we click it, it has to be thinking that we are going to go someplace else. So the very first time that we click it, we want to jump to frame 40. So that's why when you look at the actions panel, you see that. But we don't want it to stop. So we want it to actually play. So I'll take this, well, I don't need to take, I'll take it all out. And in fact, including the stop. And I want to show you how to do that. So we first click on the object. And then there's the instance name, RHW. And we actually want to go to frame and play. So I just double clicked on that. So we actually want to go to frame 40 and start playing. But the moment that it arrives, and so that would be, if you click on it, it'll go to there and stop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, and then on frame, so it's going to jump to frame 40, and it'll play all the way to, it actually will just start playing. And here at frame 50, we want to insert on frame 50. We want it to Let me go grab, let me go select it again. I think I will just do it like this. So now I selected it on frame 50. It now is going to go to and play. Beginning at frame 50. And then come over here to frame 60, select the guy, double click on this, go 60. It's just going to go to and play. Number 70, select the guy, double click. 70, and if you notice, the function name is changing each time because it has to come up with a unique name each time.
So you don't have to put in a stop at the end of each one of those? It'll automatically stop?
No, we will. You're right. I'm going to do this, and then we'll go back to do that.
Oh, okay.
That's a good observation. Okay, you're right. I didn't mention it, but I was going to have to. We're going to have to do that. Select it. Give it a click. It always defaults to 5, so we have to. Even though we're selected there, it just kind of. It's just copying and pasting from its own library. Okay, so this is, no, it's not 100. In fact, I might be off by 1. Let's see here. Let's find 100. Frame 110, okay, we're good. Okay, so let's come back here, and right there, we're going to, what action do you think we're going to do? What code snippet?
Go to frame and stop. Or stop at this frame.
Yeah, let's try that instead. Let's just stop at this frame. Because the tween will be going along like this, and it'll just want to stop. Frankly, I think both would work because I'll select the guy, stop at this frame.
Yeah, because you don't want them to have to click to stop. You want it to just go to that frame and stop.
Yeah, and we're just doing a. We could have just done a go to. I mean, I think a go to and stop would work. It doesn't necessarily need to be clickable. You know, go to and stop is really on its own, stands by itself. The fact that you see it show up when we do this click to go to a frame and stop is really just you're seeing both the button interaction as well as that line that's in the function which says go to and play. But the go to and play line can stand by itself in the same way this stop line can be by itself. So it's not that the usage of go to and play or go to and stop is not dependent upon the usage of it being triggered by a button click. So let's see here. We got that. We're going to do stop at this frame. Okay, how are we doing so far yet? Boom. Okay, click this guy. Double click. Got that guy. All right, and Got the double A there. One's the stop, the next one's the button to start. All right, yeah. Okay, we got that. Then click. Stop at this frame. Got that. Next one right here. Click. Stop at this frame. And this one here. Click. Stop at this frame. Okay, so we got that stuff. This stuff, we should probably put a stopper right here. Click. Stop at this frame. Okay. So this one is go to frame 40. I probably want to put a stop right here. Right before this, because I think that will stop the animation.
The animation of the hand going up and down?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
We turn on the button of that. I think, okay, so let's try that. I'm going to save it. And we're going to test it. Oops. Wrong window. That hand's not stopping.
We can't see it.
No, you can't. Good, because it's not working yet. Hold on, let me share that screen for you. It's pretty music, by the way.
I thought so too.
Very nice. Now, what do you see on the screen?
Now we see it.
Yeah, okay, good.
But there's no pictures coming out.
Well, I haven't clicked it yet.
Oh, you're trying to catch it.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, it's bringing the same picture out over and over.
Yeah, there's a bug. You got a bug. It's funny, I got to nail it right when I hit it. Okay, so we got a bug. Okay, so tell me what you think might be the problem. First of all, describe to me what is happening, and then from there, or what's not happening, both, From there, we'll try to conclude. And Eric, if you want, to participate in this conversation, I invite you. It's up to you. If you want, you're welcome to unmute your mic if that works for you. And if not, you're free to chat in the chat with questions and so on.
Well, I know both of you know way more than I'll ever know about this, so maybe the two of you can work together and.
No, sorry.
I am not good with this stuff.
No. You got the wrong viewpoint there. No. Where we are headed is for you to build your confidence. Because as you can see, I just did it. I did my best bet at what I thought was going to work, and it's not working yet. So I'm not getting it perfectly either. But troubleshooting is actually, and debugging is actually a good experience to kind of dissect what's going wrong. So let's, Eric, do you have a preference? All right, so I invite you to unmute yourself and be part of the conversation, or just to simply observe and or chat. So, let's see. Okay, so tell me what we just experienced. What was it that you saw happening on the screen?
Well, when you clicked on the hand, the first picture came out just like it was supposed to. But then each time you clicked on it, that same picture come out. It just kept doing the same. It never did progress to the next one.
Very good. That's true. It's very true. Okay, let's stop right there. So from your point of view, part of it is working. So how would you, based upon what we were just looking at, you know what part is working? Just the one part that's working.
Yeah, up to about frame 50.
Very good. I agree with you. So it seemed like the button never assumed a new identity, a new connection to this next one. It always retained the previous connection, so or its association with the previous button. So let's see this. Control. I want to go to Window, Actions. Okay, so on frame 1, okay, on frame 1, we say, hey button. If you ever clicked, jump to frame 40.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing we could do is remove the event listener at I don't even think that the code snippet is there for that, for removing. So now I'm just going to peek at the action script really quick to see if they do something. Just curious what action script had available. Not that we could use it, but I was just curious if we're using one that would remove the event listener. So let's try this. We'll say jump to 40. Then I'm going to try this. This dot RHW. Now, why isn't RHW showing up here? I kind of expect that object because that's right there. But remove event listener. We're basically going to turn it off. Let's try that here. See, that's interesting. The code prompter is not showing, it's not identifying that we have this object, this instance available to us. So remove event listener. I want to get clear on the.
Do you think it could have anything to do with when we were looking at this the other night, when we clicked drill down inside of that hand button, that I didn't have an instance name for the tween?
Okay, got a little bit loud in here. Would you repeat that, please?
I said, do you think the problems with the hand could have anything to do with what we were looking at the other night when we double clicked on that hand and went and tried to find the motion for it, the tween for it, and I had no instance name for that. Does that have any?
I mean, I am interested in looking at that animation here shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that. Okay, do you see on my screen of the code?
Yes.
Yeah, what I just did on line 16, I added a remove event listener, which basically disconnects the wire. This attaches the, I use the word wire to kind of describe it. We kind of wire it up, and such that if anybody clicks on it, it's going to jump to this function here on line 13, and it'll run this line. Now I'm saying, okay, once you jump there, I actually want you to disconnect your wire. So that is what I'm hoping. Let's see. Disconnect the wire. I think I need to maybe add the next event listener. In fact, what I could probably do is, instead of disconnecting it, I can probably say jump to the connect the second one. So instead of worrying about disconnecting, I'm just going to say, I want you to, don't worry about disconnecting this one. Just I'm going to give you a new one to jump to. And the new one is going to be the number 2 function. Because, let's see, is it frame 49, frame 50? Here's the 2 function. I'm essentially doing this whole step. But instead of waiting, it's going to jump here and play 50. So I'm going to take this line, and because I've added that line to the previous function, I'm going to now take advantage of that line, but this time I'm going to say jump to your new location will be 3. If you jump to 50, I now want the next click to jump you to this function. So this function 2 will start us at 50, and in the meantime, it's going to tell us that the next time we get clicked, we want you to jump to number 3. So 50 and 60. I'm going to take this. I'm taking advantage of this line here because it's kind of nice to have it right there. And I'm going to bring that down here and tab in there. And so if you go to 3, I now want you to turn on the ability to jump to 4. And do the same thing here. And let's do that. This time we're going to jump to 5. And here, jump to 6. Here, jump to 7. Now selecting it, cutting it, pasting it, tab. 8. Okay, so then here, you know what, that number was wrong. Go to and play, this should be actually 100. Pretty sure. 70. 80. 90. 100. Good. And then 110. Okay, so this says jump to frame 8. No, 9, 110. Starts 110. I actually think I want to turn it on so that we'll go back to frame 1. So I mean, to the first one. So let me go over this and show you what I've just done. Oh,
Didn't you do that
36?
on the very last one on frame 120 is when you should go back to the beginning?
Yeah, Erica, Erica, you warning me about my electricity? Yeah. Thanks for watching that for me. All right, so let me go back over this. So in frame one, I want to say, okay, button, if you get clicked, jump to this function. And so if you get clicked, and so they get clicked, it jumps to this function, and it says, okay, jump over to line 40. Now, instead of being wired up to jump to this function, I'm going to overwrite that now, and you see the difference right there? Now I'm saying I'm overruling your previous order. Now I'm going to say, if you get clicked, I want you to jump to this function. So in frame 9, I go look here. So we got frame. So we're going to jump there, 49 to 50. Losing electricity fast. Back to the panel. Okay, so start back over again. Start off by saying, if you get clicked, jump here. But if you jump there, then the next thing I want you to now turn yourself on to jump to here. And that's in this frame 50. And if that happens, then jump here and now be on the lookout, because if you get clicked now, I want you to go to here. So if you get clicked, you come to here. And now you start at 60, and now I don't want you to be looking to jump there anymore. Now I want you to be ready to jump here if you get clicked. And then here, same thing. When you come here, don't look to jump there anymore. Now get ready to jump there. So as you can see, I'm advancing the function to call with each time I encounter being clicked. So the second I get clicked, I say, okay, stop looking at that previous function. Now be ready to jump to the next function. You know, stop looking at that one. I actually just am overriding it. I'm overruling the same directive. Now, instead of the click going to frame 6, I'm now saying frame 7. And then here, frame 7, jump to frame 8. Here, frame 8. Now be ready to go back to the beginning if you get clicked, because we start over. And that beginning is this one back up here, which is back here. So we have to like prime the pump with this first one, and then from then on we're always seeding it with the next function. Okay, so I don't expect you to have been able to figure this all out. I just don't, because this is very challenging to do what we're doing. That's why I'm helping you, and it's just very, very challenging. So now my question is, on a scale of 1 to 5, after I've I'm not expecting you to be able to do this yourself, but do you feel like you get the quote-unquote the gist of what I'm attempting to do? Just the gist of it.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. That's really all I can ask for. I mean, I think that's great. Just that you kind of get the gist of it. That's good enough for me. So now let's see if it works.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hopefully it works this time.
Hopefully it works, because theoretically it sounds good. Okay, I think it might even stop. So right now that button should be turned on to be able to jump to that first function. So I still don't have it figured out how to stop that. But frankly, I don't mind that it keeps clicking. But let's try it. Boom. No, see, I didn't fix it. Okay. All right, so there's something wrong with my thinking. Because it's acting about the same way as it did before. Now, I want to be sure that it's not cached, but I don't think it is because this whole file, this whole window just came up. I don't think that this will solve it. I'm good in an incognito window just to see if doing incognito makes sure I don't have any cache problem. No, I didn't expect that was going to be a difference. I just had to be sure. The reason why I know it's not a cached issue is because this whole tab came up when I pressed test, and that in and of itself, if I just do window control test, see a new tab will come up. See that right there?
Yeah.
So that right there proves to me that this is not, I'm not just like reusing old code for, I'm just not running previous version. The files, let's see, where is it? Desktop, I think. Is it download folder? I think it's right here. Okay, so this concerns me a little bit because it's 7.16, 7.18. So that's a little strange. I'm going to delete those. And I'm going to retest it. You kind of have to be a little careful about this exporting and so then solve it. Go back, look at the files. Okay, those just got generated. 8 o'clock. Okay, during the break, I'm going to go get my electric thing here. All right, so something else. Nothing that we did helped. Let's see. Clicking. I think it may. Let's see. Okay. Do you see Adobe Animate on my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so rename that hand just for a second, the instance. Then I'm going to turn it off. So I can't see it. And I'm going to fake. And create a little fake button. Create a symbol in the library. Then name this as an instance of that symbol. We can have the same name as the, oh no, actually I want to fake it. I'm going to actually use the name of the RHW. So I'm actually going to piggyback. I'm going to rename the hand and cover it up. And then I'm going to bring in a circle. This is going to be like a button. And it won't be animated or anything like that. It will have the RHW instance name. So I'm going to piggyback upon that RHW instance name because I don't want to go through all my code and change the RHW. I'm basically swapping out the hand for a second.
Yeah, I understand.
Turning it off, and I'm going to try to see if I can just get this interactivity down, figuring out that. So we got that as a symbol, and it's a thing, that's all right. And so I'm going to save it. And so, let's see. It just is going to sit there the whole time. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and test it. I haven't turned it off. All right, so there's something wrong with the logic. Okay, so let's see. Click on it. Let's see, alert. we'll say frame 40. I'm pretty sure we're getting there. Okay, so it keeps coming back to that. Okay, so it keeps coming back to frame 40. So this doesn't appear to be working. So let me just go like this. New event listener. Maybe I can just leave all that in there. Let's try that. Now I'm going to try to remove it as well. Oh wait a minute, actually I didn't want to remove. This is not going to work. Let's see, I actually want to remove that one. I want to remove this one here. And so I'm going to remove it and then add the other one. See if that helps. Let's see here. We'll take a break here in just a minute.
Okay.
So, let's see. All right, time for a break. Definitely. Sometimes it helps to go and just to kind of walk around, and it just keeps coming back here.
Yep. Sometimes you just get up and walk away from a little bit, but go think about it. It'll come to you.
Yeah. Okay, let me turn off the recording.
All right, welcome back. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you.
And can you see the screen?
Yes, I see animate.
Okay, good. All right, so what I did is I went through each of those frames, and instead I brought the button click into the frame where it stops. So frame 40, frame 59, it stops there, and then it turns on the next button. And if it clicks, it jumps to the next. So in the frame that it stops, now it also turns on the button for the next frame. So I don't have a script on the beginning of the animation or of each frame, each picture coming out. I actually turn it on at the stopping point of the previous one. So let's see if this does any better. Yeah, here we go.
Cool.
Okay, good. All right, so now let's come back here and let's let's get rid of this guy. I'm gonna call him RHW3. Oops. Delete them. Go on library. Okay. Okay, so okay. Okay. Move that circle now. Let's see how it's acting. Alright. Gotta figure out how to stop that animation. I kind of think we might have to pull that tween out of the movie clip. I mean, yeah, that's the movement of it. I think we might have to pull that out because it's not at the layer where we can control it. You know, you originally had it, I think, at this layer, and I think a learning coach told you to put the tween down in the. Is that right?
Yes, because it wasn't working outside of it.
All right.
It was working when I tested it in Animate, but when I went to the browser, it didn't work. So she said I needed to put the tween, drill inside of that and put the
Sure.
tween in there.
Okay.
Which that made it work, but then I didn't know how to, like you said, how to stop it.
Let's see. It's the wand. Actually, is the thing that's moving. The RHW is made up of the wand. Let's see if we can do it. Not promising anything, but let's see. I'm going to give the wand hand, which I believe is the thing you can see right there, the wand symbol. It says instance of wand hand, so I'm surprised it doesn't say wand hand right there.
I think that was from me creating different tweens and moving things around, and then I just kept renaming it because it wouldn't let me name it the same thing. Every time I tried to name it the same thing, it'd say you already have something in that name. So then I'd change it, the name, and
Okay.
somehow things got confused.
All right, so what I might try is, I don't know, come back out here. It's going to just keep going and going and going.
So you're adding an actions inside of there?
Yeah, I'm actually not positive that this is the right direction to go in. The interactivity needs to take place where the instance is. And this is where the instance that's being tweened, the tweened instance is right here. And so let's go back to talking about what you had intended. I can't remember with your design, was it the minute that you click it, it stopped moving?
You click it, the hand then moves, lifts, and then comes down and taps the hat, and then it should stop and the picture come out.
Okay.
And then the hand shouldn't move again till it's clicked again, and then the same action happens again.
Okay.
That's what I wanted.
Sure. Let's think about that. Because right now it's just going up and down because it's on this layer, and there's nothing truly stopping that particular animation. The outside animation is stopping, but that is not being stopped.
And I did have when I had the tween, the motion tween, or whatever it is, out here on this layer, before she had me put it inside, I had a stop on it there, but it wouldn't play when you put it in the browser.
I think. Man, no, it's like I didn't realize that drag over symbol that already had the animation in it. I got the animation in it. Now I think I've just got the object here. Yeah. Okay, so okay. So now we just have to figure out the movement. Let me pause for a second because we're really close in getting this figured out. Hey, Eric, I wondered if you would like to work on yours tonight. Okay, good. All right, so let's see. So we click on this. I think you said if you click on your thing, if you click on it, you wanted it. You click on it and it goes up once, down, stops, and something like that. Say that one more time.
Yes, when you click on it's like a magician is tapping the hat and then the picture comes out of the hat.
Okay.
So it just goes up once and then back down.
All right. So let's see. One thought is for us to programmatically do the tween. We do a rotate 45 degrees and then rotate back. Remember, that's what we were first talking about. Let's see. Rotate 45 degrees and then rotate back down. Rather than, let's see, the tween, you can even create a function out of that. Rotate up and rotate down. And the moment that we click on it, it goes to so the second that we click on it, we can make it move and then go to and play. So let's see, function, like we could declare a function, right? I'm making this all up. Wow. Rotate and okay, and let's see. So the RHW, right? So RHW. X plus equals 50. Actually, let's say we want a timed movement. Not just a movement. So we'll rotate the hand. Move up 50. We'll try it. I'll just test the theory here. So what I'm going to do is the second that I click it, I'm going to rotate the hand. Actually, I'm not going to rotate the hand. I'm just going to move it 50 to the right. Just want to see if the concept makes sense.
Okay.
Or figure out how to rotate it. Good. HW.x is probably, let's say it's 50. All right, let's hold on to this thought. Let's now work with Eric. And Eric, we can do two things. We can have you share your screen, or you can upload your file to your assignment folder, and I can download it. Which would you like? Is that okay, Melissa? Are we good for a little bit?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I got to test that theory. Got to figure out what happened there. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay, you're going to share your screen. Okay, go ahead. Eric, do you want to unmute yourself?
Okay, hi.
Hello.
Right, so this is the mobile version, and I think it looks fine, and works fine here in Animate. But when I go and test it, it just gives me nothing but a white screen. I'll show you.
That sounds a little familiar.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep, see?
Well, that's not good, because when we were testing it, can you click on that upper, no, wait. The URL window, I want to see if it's just a full path. There it is, okay. Can you copy that? Do Command C or whatever, yep. And now, let's see, you've got a Mac, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring up Google Chrome?
Yep.
Okay, click on a new tab, whatever, and then paste. See, Google Chrome's not happy either. Well, that's weird, because our theory a little bit ago was that going through the web server, and that 127.0.0.1 is actually the IP address, the Internet Protocol address of your local computer. And in fact, everybody's local IP is that. And then :8090 means going through port 8090. And port is kind of like a way to access the computer. And what this is doing is you're having your browser access the computer as though it were a web server, and meaning it was going to serve up in files. And but yours isn't working what was working for Melissa. Can you do a right click there and view source? I kind of think this might be, see that copy image, so HTML.
I can.
Oh, come over there. Okay. So that's a rendered thing on the left. Okay, so that looks good. It looks like all the coding is there. And why Google Chrome, or why any of the browsers? Hey, let's do this. Would you zip up this file and upload it to the assignment folder? I would like to see if the same thing happens on my computer.
All right. Sure. Okay. Can you look at the these actions and make sure they're all right? I copied and pasted, so they should be exactly the same, but maybe something needs to be changed or something. I don't know. I'll expand it for you.
This, go to its top 10. Let's see. Let's see. Then we're on line 7. You want to jump to frame 10, and then on line 13, you want to jump to frame 1. Is that right?
Yep.
All
Because
right.
that's the back button.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go back to frame 1.
Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go down a little bit. Just want to see what's down there.
Yeah, that's the well, we were trying to do the slideshow.
Oh yeah.
I just commented it all out since it wasn't working.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a tough try there, and I wish that Create.js had a slideshow function built right into it, and then we could add it as a code snippet. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah. Let's see. Click. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on. All right. That looks good. Let's see. Could you go ahead and zip up your Flash file? Does this happen both mobile and desktop, or just mobile?
No, I think the desktop one is working fine. I'll test it to be sure. Last time I tried it was working fine. Yep, it's working fine. Well, it looks fine at least. Let me see if it's working. Yep, it's working.
Good. Excellent. Nice.
Okay. So what's this have that the other one doesn't?
Oh man, this is becoming more of a stumper.
I might have missed something, overlooked something when copying from one file to the other. That's certainly possible.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's your fault. It's kind of weird. It just kind of publishes nothing.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Something's wrong.
So the mobile. So why don't you just go ahead and zip up the mobile and upload it? And while you're doing that, I'll jump back to Melissa's, and then I'll download yours.
Okay.
Let's see.
So I'll stop sharing so you can help Melissa. And I'll zip.
Let's see. Melissa, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Is it animate?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just going to comment out that call. Just to see if it starts working again. Okay. So it is the call that's messing us up. I'm going to comment out, uncomment the call, but then comment out the line in there and see if the call, if it's that line that's messing us up. Yeah, okay. So it's this line here that's messing it up. So, let's go back to the library, Easel.js, getting started. Okay, circle.x equals 100. Okay. Looks right. Try that. Eric, let me know when you've uploaded that and I'll go get it. Wow, that really messes it up. Wrong program. Let's see if I can just move it. So rotating, I'm not yet working on rotating, I'm just trying to get the interactivity down here. The function call is being called. I'm going to say alert. A little bug status. It might get hung up by that. Oh, yeah, that move is not working. I have to move. Oh, it's because, oh, that's weird. Huh. I'm kind of surprised that it kept calling this rotate hands. Hmm. Okay. Yes, Eric. Turn it. Just put it in as if you're heading in for a crane. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking programmatically doing the movement, but now let's come back to the idea of using tweens.
So I was looking at the code snippet for rotate,
Uh-huh.
and it looks like it should read something like this dot RHW dot rotation plus equals, and then whatever number you want, and then semicolon.
All right, let's try it.
See, if you go to the code snippets and look at rotate,
We're gonna make sure I got it clicked. I don't know if I got it clicked.
I looked at rotate once.
Yeah. It'll rotate 360 degrees. Oh, that'll just rotate 45 degrees. Hmm. We're going to see rotate up, but we're not going to see rotate down.
Okay, it's ready when you are.
All right, thank you, Eric.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, my Command X cut doesn't work. Okay, so instead of having it in there, I'll just click on the button, do that. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, it's kind of working.
Hey, at least it moved. This is an improvement.
Eric, what time zone are you in?
Eastern?
Oh, wow, you both are there.
Yep, it's getting late.
Okay, so I clicked on it and moved 45. Very nice stop. Click on it. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop it. I think I'll have to do something with rotating continuously. So it goes moves up, 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 and then stops and it goes back, 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 back down. I don't think that we can animate this on the timeline like we tried to do there, because we really need the animation to take place. You click on the button, click on it, it animates and then moves, then jumps. So we have to get it so that it does its animation just before the jump to the function. All right, so let's postpone finishing this right now. Pause my share. Let's see. What do you see on the screen?
Dreamweaver.
Okay. And downloading your file. Downloaded. Okay, what can you see on my screen?
Animate with Eric's project.
Okay, perfect. Same thing. That's got to be a bug. In it gets called. It kind of looks normal. Let's see. Can't even test it. Oh.
Well, when I was making this mobile version, I just copied and pasted everything. Well, certain things, most everything from the desktop file to the mobile document. Um, is that okay, or should I have imported them instead? Did the import thing again?
Both are comparable in effect, so I think you're fine.
Okay, I didn't know if it did any kind of underlying, by doing that, by not importing, if it skipped any like underlying file organization or some such. Okay.
Let's see. Well, I'm kind of stumped on this. Let's see.
Leave it to me to have an odd problem.
Well, this is definitely why. Oops. Huh. It's the action script that's messing up. I just deleted out all the action script. Are you there?
No, I was talking while on mute. I saying, oh wow, well I wonder what it is they don't like.
See, I just noticed one thing. You know, it's really picky. Check this out. Click on the button. Look at that. See that capital H right there?
Mhm.
It is that picky that it will not recognize that right there. Watch this. See that right there? It's lowercase h.
Oh, I made a mistake when I was renaming the. I had to go and redo those. Yeah, those. The what do you call them? Naming the.
Instances.
Yeah, I had to. I checked them like 3 or 4 times and I still missed that. That typo. Huh.
Wouldn't that be amazing if it started working? Just
Yeah.
so,
Working?
yeah.
Holy crap.
One letter, and it turns off the entire thing. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Yeah. Well, I remember that happening with when I did coding and scripting. I just have one letter off.
That was it. That solved it.
Wow, that's amazing.
All right. So, are you good?
I guess so.
Awesome. Good job.
Yep. Yep, I see it. I see it now in my file that's a capital H when it should be like lowercase. Wow.
Easy mistake. And frankly, it's ridiculous that Adobe Animate didn't warn us when it compiled it. That
Yeah.
something like, hey, I don't recognize this. You know, if it's going to be picky about the letters, then it's got to be a little helpful when it compiles it and says, this isn't, I don't recognize this.
Yeah. Like not matching or something.
Right. Yeah, we can't, you know, you've referenced an instance name that we don't see, even though it's just a little capital letter. I mean, I'm okay with it being case sensitive like that, but I'm not okay with it not telling us when we go to build it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I really expect it to make a little statement in the output that says unrecognized instance name, and it doesn't do that.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. All right, let's do this. It's 11:16 at night. And I think what I'd like to do is call it a night. And then tomorrow, let's see, what's tomorrow? Thursday? If you want to meet with me, and Melissa, I'd like to work with you, and just to keep going. And Eric, if you want to join us, that's fine. I'm not exactly sure what time, but we could do something like tonight. I might post it or something like that. But Melissa, I won't let you hang on this. I want to keep helping you, and so what I'll do is I'll probably tomorrow night. I'm not looking at my calendar right now, but I think my son has a baseball game. But let's do this. Let's plan on spending a little bit of time tomorrow night when it's convenient for all of us. Eric, you don't need to come if you don't want to. And then we'll just keep going at it until we got it working. But we're really close, I think. So.
Unfortunately, my oldest boy graduates on Friday evening, and tomorrow night is class night where they give out awards, and then Friday evening is the actual graduation. I don't have any other time other than Saturday, because then I work during the day too.
Sure. Okay. Let's see. I might be doing a little bit of driving on Saturday, but let's plan on getting together on Saturday. And unless I might be able to figure it out, and I'll record a video, and I can share the video with you. So,
that would be awesome. Saturday I work too. I work until 2 o'clock on 8 to 2 on Saturday.
Right. So let's do this. I will work on figuring it out and then recording a video, and that way you'll have it. And I'll upload this video for tonight too.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think I'm all good if this is working.
I think so too, Eric. I think you're good.
Yep. But if I do have any questions, I'll definitely email you.
Okay, that sounds great, Eric. Good job.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Okay, good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.